Hello, everyone, and thanks for listening in. My name's David F. Anderson Sr. I'm your host tonight. Co-host is going to be Carol Stevens, Linda Clark, Ralph Thomas, and Richard White. We got a great show planned for you today. We want to thank everyone who's been following the podcast, every one of you who've been listening. It makes such a difference. Those of you who shared some stories, those of you who've been texting, signing up for the newsletter, those of you who've been to the website and visited and read the blog posts, we cannot thank you enough for all that you have done. Your support makes a difference. That's what this is all about. Just telling stories, sharing what works and doesn't work in each other's lives, and helping one another. That's it. That's what we're all about. And we cannot thank you enough for making it happen. Once again, thank you, everyone. Every one of you, thank you very much.
Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of my podcast with David F. Anderson Sr. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. We have had a long week of hard work. It's time to kick back, relax, and unwind. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for a fantastic experience, because you won't want to miss a moment of tonight's episode.
We want to thank everyone who's been listening and everyone who's visited David's page. Thank you to all of you who signed up for the newsletter. Thank you to every single one of you who took the time to drop us a line. We can't thank you enough. For those of you who bought the book, your support truly makes a difference. It's because of you that we can continue to do this podcast. From everyone here at my podcast with David F. Anderson Sr., thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Together, we can make a difference in each other's lives. One story, one share, and one like at a time.
If you missed last week's show, make sure you go back and check it out. We're trying to make history with that one. We're trying to convince high-tech industry that it's time they step up to the plate and create a pair of glasses that solve the problem that people with dyslexia need. Our glasses. Post, repost, share, like. That's a great episode. It's doing really well. Thank you all for listening and liking and sharing. Together we can make a difference, and we are making a difference. One like and share at a time. Our glasses. They're going to be a reality. One of the reasons that I've created this podcast was because people with dyslexia tend to fall through the cracks. We get ignored. It's the disability that no one wants to talk about, no one wants to have, and no one wants to be a part of. It's kept in the dark. And I'm simply saying 45 million people in the United States have dyslexia. Why would we keep that in the dark? It's not a secret. It affects millions of people's lives. The more we talk about it, the more we share, the better off we're going to be. We can help each other solve one problem at a time. There's no cure for dyslexia. Let me repeat that. There is no cure for dyslexia. If your child has it or you know someone who has it, understand that. There's no cure. They're not going to wake up some morning and be done with dyslexia. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a part of their life forever. And if you're going to be a part of their life, it's going to be a part of yours. It's important that we all understand dyslexia. 20% of the population of this planet has dyslexia. And yet we know little about it amongst ourselves. That's what this podcast is out to change, so that we can understand. It's no different than someone who has an inability to read colors or a speech impairment, any of those things. It's just a learning disability that your mind does not allow you to recognize numbers and letters in the arrangement that they are meant to be. Your mind just can't see it that way. That's what dyslexia is. It has nothing to do with anything else. Just reading and writing, they say, because you give them other gifts that heighten certain things, heighten your ability to imagine, to see things as outside the box. The numbers in dyslexia go up every year. As the population grows, so does the numbers of people affected with dyslexia, because we keep passing it on. there's no cure, and we pass it on to our children, who pass it on to their children, who pass it on to their children. That's how it keeps going. 80% of all cases of dyslexia are passed on from one generation to the next. So as we grow, so does the numbers in dyslexia grow. We have to face that fact. We have to. There's just no way to get around it. We got to quit hiding the fact that it's out there, that it affects us, and that it doesn't have to be looked at as like the end. It doesn't have to be that way. Dyslexia is simply a learning disability that through modern technology doesn't have to be a part of everyone's life in a dramatic fashion that it has been. It doesn't have to control your ability to read and write anymore. It doesn't have to control your ability to express yourself. Technology can move us forward. It really can, if you allow it to. I went 60 years plus before I told anyone that I had dyslexia, and never once seeked help. Not once. And then all of a sudden, modern technology changed my life. And here I am hosting this podcast, asking you to keep listening and help us change the opinion. And share your stories. That's what's important. We share what works for each other's lives, and we help each other just by telling a story. A like and a share, changing a life. That's what we're doing here. That's what you can be a part of. A like and a share, change your life. Tell us your story. We want to hear it. Doesn't have to be about dyslexia. Ask us anything. Any question that you want other than politics, and we're going to find the answer. I've got a team waiting to do it. Challenge us. Let's see it. Come on. Try to stump us. We're ready.
For years, David has been an unstoppable force in raising awareness about dyslexia. Whether you're scrolling through Facebook, watching videos on YouTube, or browsing other platforms, you're bound to come across his insightful posts. If you're eager to learn more, don't miss out on his website. It's a treasure trove of information packed into his blog, covering everything you need to know about dyslexia, from resources for support to how to get tested. In his heartfelt first book, Growing Up with Dyslexia, David went the extra mile by including a comprehensive list of organizations dedicated to helping individuals with dyslexia. He truly believes in empowering others, not just by sharing his own journey, but by connecting readers with the resources they need. Dive into his work and discover the support you've been looking for.
David is a living testament to the idea that dyslexia doesn't have to hold anyone back. For over 60 years, he navigated life without the tools or support many take for granted, keeping his struggles a secret. Yet, this journey gifted him with the ability to think outside the box, allowing him to tackle challenges in unique ways. Today, modern technology is transforming David's life, giving him a voice he never thought he'd have. He firmly believes that anyone with dyslexia can achieve remarkable things, just as he has, with the right resources and encouragement. Despite facing significant obstacles, including limited reading and writing skills, David has defied the odds. He went beyond the 7th grade without traditional publishing or podcasting experience. It's important to note that while technology can assist, it doesn't write his story for him. Every podcast you hear is crafted by David himself. He is the sole writer behind the words you're listening to, proving that dyslexia doesn't define your capabilities. Every conversation David engages in is infused with his unique perspective, showcasing that having dyslexia is not a barrier but rather an aspect of his incredible journey.
David harnesses the power of cutting-edge cloud-based software to craft his compelling podcast. He has produced over 50 eye-catching social media commercials, his literary works, and the transformative technology shaping our lives. Among the vibrant characters he brings to life is me, Linda Ralph Rich. Every word we share comes straight from David's imagination. His passion fuels our messages. We are his AI family that he brings to life by putting the words in our mouths. All we do is read them. Did you know that if you don't have dyslexia, you know someone who does? It affects 1 in 6 people, and in every classroom in America, at least 4 children are navigating this challenge of dyslexia. David is shining a light on the reality of dyslexia, reminding all of us that it's part of our lives whether we like it or not. Join David in his mission. We don't have to wait for change, we can create it together. Visit davidfandersonsenior.com and grab a book today. Time is precious, and every moment counts. Support this podcast and make a difference. Even a simple like can go a long way. Let's spread the word and empower others. Log on to davidfandersonsr.com now. Your support can change someone's life.
This week's episode's been about thanking all of you who's been listening to the podcast. Thanking all of you who's been following me on social media. Thanks to all of you who've commented on the commercials and everything that I posted about dyslexia, visiting the website, reading the blog post. Together, we are making a difference every day simply by acknowledging dyslexia is out there, but it doesn't have to be the end all to you. Modern technology has leveled that playing field. I'm a living example of that. Don't let dyslexia hold you back. Tell someone about this podcast. If you don't have dyslexia yourself, you know someone. Share this. A like and a share can change a life. Let's do that today. Like and a share and change a life. For years, I thought I was the only one with dyslexia, that I was alone, that it was my struggle and my struggle alone. I had no idea that 45 million people had dyslexia. I had no idea that 4 children in every classroom had dyslexia, 1 out of 6, 20% of this population. I struggled alone for years because I thought I was alone. You don't have to. We're here. A like and a share. This podcast can make a difference in your life. It can make a difference in someone else's life. I know it would have made a difference in my life if I'd known I wasn't alone.
We hope you had a fantastic time listening to this week's episode of my podcast featuring the incredible David F. Anderson Sr. We can't wait to bring you a brand new episode next week. A huge thank you to all of you who have liked, shared, and tuned in. Your support means the world. Every visit to our podcast and every social media interaction makes a difference, and for those of you who have purchased our book, you're truly helping to change lives one click at a time. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next week for more inspiring conversations.